What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning a rumored fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Yoriokis Gamboa. You know, when I first heard this, I'm like, dude, Gamboa's like 36, 37 years old. He's 37 years old. And I'm just thinking of like, wow, this would be an actual fight 5 years ago. But then that would have put Gervonta Tank Davis at 19. Unfortunately, we don't have fantasy matchups and we don't have times and dates that we can pick fighters at their best moment in time, in their prime, okay? That's what we call that. Well, I look at this fight more than likely because, you know, it keeps buzzing. That's why I'm making a video about it. And let me counterpunch this for a second. This is the typical Hayman PBC shit. This is the model. You know, every fight that you get, mind you, it's going to be like this. Either you have a fighter that they're promoting, that they're really putting on the forefront, like Gervonta Tank Davis, a good prodigy. We don't know how good he is because he never really gets tested. And they ever put those type of fighters in there with either a person that's old as shit, a person that had a long layoff, or a person that's smaller, okay? That's the typical Hayman doctrine. Now, you're going to dig up Yoriokis Gamboa for Gervonta Tank Davis. Look, that's 13 years difference, okay? 12, 13 years difference. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, yeah, it's 13 years. Man, that dude Gervonta Tank Davis could have been an oopsie for Yoriokis Gamboa. You know what I mean? That's almost like Floyd fighting Canelo. But Floyd's the older guy, mind you, and Floyd's just a great fighter. Yoriokis Gamboa was stopped by Terrence Crawford. You know, he had defense problems. He was very, very athletic. He had explosive power. You know, he looked like a little baby Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? But he was just so athletically gifted to the point where people just looked past his defense until his defense turned against him. You know, someone exploited it, like Terrence Crawford. I think he fought Castillejo, I think, beat him also. You know, and really, I think that the Jason Sosa fight could have went the way of Jason Sosa. I think that was a robbery because I think Jason Sosa beat Yoriokis Gamboa, you know, and, you know, I'm a Gamboa supporter. I loved Gamboa, you know what I mean? I love all the Cuban fighters, of course. But to be real, Yoriokis Gamboa is just a pick pawn, a person with a name, and it's the same shit. They need someone with a name, regardless of what condition they're in, regardless if he's damn near knocking on 40's door, you know. Yoriokis, I think they're putting him in there. Hopefully they pay him well enough to take an L from Gervonta Tank Davis, a guy fresh, you know, ready to fight. You know what I mean? He hasn't had but one fight last year. So, you know what I mean? They're ready to get him back in there to get him paid as they promised him. But to do it with the opponent, Yoriokis Gamboa, I wouldn't do that, you know? And they steer away from the fights that everyone wants to see and gives you some shit that you don't want to see. Now, for the benefit of Yoriokis, I hope he does well. I hope he can upset Gervonta Tank Davis because I'm always for breaking the cycle. You know what I mean? The balance of fighters when they think, oh, we got a shoe in. I hope Yoriokis has turned vegan and really turned his life around and stop doing a lot of things that, you know, was in the papers of him doing. You know, domestic violence and all that stuff. I hope he makes a turnaround like a Tyson Fury type turnaround so he can perform a type of performance that beats Gervonta Tank Davis and makes them think like, whoa, we should really choose and be careful who we choose to put Gervonta Tank Davis to look good against, because that's all that is. They picked the perfect opponent so Davis can look good. You know what I mean? They want a showcase fight, so they'll put in an old man, you know, an old ex-killer. And that's what Gamboa is, you know, but he's old. He's worn to torn. He's lost a lot of steps. You know, and I've seen his fights. You know, he likes to grab a lot. Gervonta Tanks Davis should put him away. And if he doesn't put him away, we have to question the ability that Tank Davis has. You see what I'm saying? So, but no, me looking at this fight, it looks good on paper if we didn't factor in that Gamboa's damn near 40 years old. So this is an easy pick'em fight. I know what they're doing. It's classic Al Hayman PBC shit. That's my take on it, man. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And I won't be surprised if this fight happens. You guys been Counterpunched. Peace.